Hello and welcome to this alert training video. In this episode we're going to show you how to manage your store locations. There are two methods for this, one from within the campaign management system and two via the API. We'll start with the CMS method. To manage stores from within CMS, enter your store and select Settings. Then from the menu on the left select Geo. The store locator area is where we'll be uploading our file of store details. Note that we already have 42 stores uploaded. This figure is actually telling us how many stores are visible from within the app. I'll explain this shortly. First, I would like to point out that this process is fully documented within the online documentation, as you can see here. Let's take a look at the file we'll be using to upload and update our store details. Note that the headings must be included and be in lowercase. Shop ID. This is a string field that is the ID of the store location. Name is, as you'd expect, the name of the store. This can be anything you wish. Address is the first line of a postal address. Next we have city, followed by state, and then zip or postal code. Here we have country. And now we have the type field. This is an integer of either 0 or 1, where 0 denotes a physical store and 1 an online store. Note that online stores don't get displayed within the app. The hours field holds a JSON structure that represents your store's opening times. Each key value pair is separated by a comma, each component by curly braces, and the entire object encapsulated within square brackets. Note that you don't have to have the date field if your opening times are the same every week. Moving on to phone number, and then latitude and longitude. Here we have email address, and finally we have status. This is an integer field that can be either 0 or 1, where 0 means the store will be listed in our mobile app and 1 means it won't. To upload our file, we click on the white arrow to the right of the text box. When complete, we are presented with a message that informs us how many stores were successfully loaded. Any errors found within the file can be corrected and the same file reloaded. Because store IDs are unique, you don't need to worry about overwriting existing stores. The same also applies for updating store details. Just amend the file and upload it in the same manner. For example, if you wish to delist some of your stores, you can edit the file and change their status to 1. Upload the file using this process and you'll no longer be able to see those stores within the mobile app. When you're ready for those stores to be shown again, just change the status back to 0 and upload the file. Moving on to the API method of store management. Before we start, we'll need the alert application and secret IDs for your store. You can find these in the settings page under About. This process is fully documented within the Alert Developer Reference Guide, as you can see here. We are going to use the HTTPS REST JSON structures to perform store management operations. To demonstrate this functionality, we're going to use the Advanced REST Client plugin for the Google Chrome browser. The first thing we need to do is establish a session. For this, we'll need our AA ID and secret ID. First, we need to set post and application JSON as our communication parameters. Then we'll paste in our SSL URL that's formatted to request a session. We're passing both the AA ID and secret IDs. A successful response to this request is a returned token. We'll be using this token in all subsequent transactions as part of this session. The first command I'm going to demonstrate is the view store details. The format of this command is the SSL URL followed by admin, then the Facebook page ID of our store, then shop, and then 1000, which is the shop ID of the store I'd like to show the details for. Then we have the session token. This must be supplied for all commands to validate that we are authenticated. Once we've set the communication type to GET, we can send our request. Upon successful completion, we have the store details returned. The next command displays all the store details available. Again, we're passing the SSL formatted URL along with the Facebook page ID, keyword shops, and the session token. Once we've selected Get and sent the request, a successful response is a listing of all available stores. Okay, so the next command is creating a store. This is a little bit different because, as well as the URL, we also have a JSON payload. This JSON structure has exactly the same components that we used in our CMS file upload method, except that it's formatted into key value pairs. An error code of 0 and type of none indicates our store was loaded successfully. Using our shop ID value, we can easily check our new store details. Here's how we can update the store data. First, I make the required changes to the JSON file. I paste this updated JSON structure into the raw payload input area. Then I input the request URL that includes the keyword update. And again, once we've sent our request, we should get an error code of 0. Deleting a store is very similar. We just need to format our URL with the shop ID and the delete keyword. Just to check that our deleting has worked, we can attempt to view the store details as we did previously. As you can see, we get a nicely descriptive error message informing us that the store no longer exists. In summary, you can see that the API method is a little more complicated, but in reality, these commands and structures would be integrated with your back-end systems and wouldn't be performed manually, as we have shown here. So for customers who want a simple solution, we have the CMS method, and for those wishing to integrate fully with their back-end systems, we have the fully functional API. Thank you for watching this alert training video. For more information, please visit alert.com or drop us an email at info@alert.com.